they say that 80% of the United States took the jab. I'm not vaccinated, so I would fall in that 19%. And for those who was, in fear and felt pressured to do it, and what do you think about it now? That everything has kind of settled down, the smoke is cleared. Essentially, y'all took all that for no reason, and it did more damage than good. So shout out to the 19%. Shout out to the people that didn't fall for the inferior and fear-mongering tactics that they typically like to use against us.
There are so many doctors telling the truth behind closed doors because otherwise they would lose their license.
I've had so many of my doctors that in the privacy of their rooms tell me this was COVID. Like my leukemia, they told me if I can go 10 years in remission, it'll never come back. They said it's statistic, it'll never come back. Ever. I went 12 years.
Right.
And it came back.
Right.
And it came back strong.
Right.
And so I sat that doctor down and I said, you told me if I did 10 years, I would never have to worry about this.
Yeah.
Why am I sitting in your office right now with this aggressive cancer?
Yeah.
And they told me it was because of you took the COVID shot, right? Well, it's because of that.
Yeah.
It stirred it up. The doctor started crying to me.
Yeah.
Like I was there getting diagnosed with cancer again and had to have this crazy treatment plan that could be the next 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
And she's crying to me about how she has to tell 3 people today that they have this brain cancer and that kid, and they're in their 20s. And she's just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Her patient count is up 300%.
Yeah.
None of these doctors will come on this show.
Yo, what's happening, y'all's prosperity? Look, y'all want to know why y'all so complacent with the Epstein files and the UFOs and the aliens and, the people eating who they eating? I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. When y'all took that vaccine, it's making y'all complacent because of the nanoparticles in your DNA. They're able to weaken your immune system. They're able to numb you down and do whatever they want to do. All they got to do is just turn it up a notch, because it's real low right now. I ain't felt nothing yet. It's got to turn it up a little bit, and you're numb. It's almost like when you go to the dentist, you got a wisdom teeth or a teeth they're pulling out or like a cavity, and they put that thing in your jaw, and it just numbs you out, and your lip goes numb. You can't really feel nothing. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, they get to working in your mouth and stuff like that. You can't feel shit. I'm talking about they'll put that sucker deep in your mouth. You can't feel nothing. Yeah, it's kind of like what it is right now. So, everything they're throwing in your face is kind of just like a test. Just to see where your mind is at. Just to see if their vaccine is working and it's doing everything that it was supposed to do. So you can't even feel shit. You can't even. Has anybody really been in an uproar? Have you went outside and just yelled and screamed or smacked the wall or just went berserk on something or just released some anger? Nah, you're not gonna feel that. You gonna get up, get your tax refund money, go to work, pay bills on the first as per usual, go watch your sports. You gonna do everything like nothing happened while everything else is going on. Like I said, it's like we live in 2 separate different worlds. And hey, I'm open to being wrong, but in 2026, hey, is it too far-fetched? No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Who knew the vaccine would come with so many psychological symptoms? If you want to educate yourself more to know whether you are suffering from these adverse effects, follow this comment for a live example.
I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, I would be on TikTok talking about how the jab was crazy. The COVID-19 vaccination was actually wild as fuck that y'all were taking that shit. Mind y'all, you were getting the shot. Y'all were getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 booster shots. Y'all was going crazy. And I was one of the ones like, nah, bro, that shit don't smell right, bro. Hell no, I'm not taking a jab. I discharged. I separated from the military over that shit, bro. You're not gonna make me take that. You're not gonna make it mandatory, right? So this is 2020, 2021. Fast forward to last week. as in August of 2025, the big 25. Why did my sister call me talking about she caught COVID in 2025? Mind you, she got the jab, and she got hella boosters, and yet she caught COVID again, as in plural times. Mind you, I'm unvaccinated. Never took that shit. Never had COVID, not once. Even like I was in close quarters with COVID all the time. My roommate at the time had COVID. I was in there with her when she was quarantined. I wasn't wearing no mask. I wasn't doing no shit. Never caught it. A couple years ago, my girlfriend caught it. I was quarantined in the house with her while she had COVID, and I was still kissing her in the mouth, and we was still fucking and shit. I was in the quarantine room with her, getting her shit right. Never caught COVID, and even now, even years later, I still never caught COVID. But my sister, who got the jab, who got the little shot, got all the boosters, she's getting sick again. I remember I was talking about the boosters and the jab and the vax being some absolute bullshit, and there's something wrong with it, something crazy going on with it, something might even be dangerous. And y'all called me a conspiracy theorist. Y'all were wishing death on me, hoping my people died and stuff like that because I wasn't taking the shit serious. Whole time I was taking it serious. It's just that I thought the shit was bullshit. It didn't smell right. But now look, I'm not gonna never let y'all forget about how y'all treated people during COVID. Y'all were like Nazis, bro. Talking about you wish you could call the cops on people and rat them out and all this stuff and wishing death. And y'all was going crazy with that shit. And all you niggas that took the shot, took the jab, took the vax, y'all got 25 boosters and y'all still getting COVID. Mind you, I'm still alive, unvaxxed. They ain't got it once, and you got the vax, hella boosters, and this is your 5th round of COVID?
If you take the mark of the beast, you will not live a long, healthy life, according to the Bible. Let's go to Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. Because when you take the mark of the beast, you will literally sell your soul to Satan. Now, can you get out of it? Well, I'm going to look at that here in a minute. But ultimately, those that take the mark of the beast, there will be no salvation for them. Go to Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoso receiveth the mark of his name. Look at that. So, Jesus comes back at Armageddon. And during the 7-year tribulation, God's wrath is poured out upon the earth. But we also know that when Jesus comes back, he comes back in wrath and in anger. And he comes back and destroys the Antichrist. And he takes all the Antichrist people, and he puts them down here. And puts them into this place of fire. And all those, the Bible says, every person during this time that took the mark of the beast, God doesn't give them a second chance. God doesn't let them live. God doesn't say, okay, well, it's okay that you have the mark of the beast. I'll accept you. There's no acceptance of God by those who literally have the mark of the beast in their forehead or in their hand. So it's fatal. If you take the mark of the beast, let's say it was at the beginning of the tribulation. You got 7 years to live. If it's given in the middle of the tribulation, you only have 3.5 years that you live with that mark. And then there's no second chance.
So whoever's walking around with a jab, they got a little bit of Epstein in them.
No way.
Epstein is main funder of the mRNA, him, Bill Gates, Fauci. And what he did was he put a little bit of his own genetic code in each one of the jabs.
What?
Yeah.
How did he pull that off?
It's all in the files, man. He was doing experiments and funding that CRISPR and that mRNA technology back in the day. And he said in the same document that he wanted to have his code in all of it. So that anytime anybody injects, they got a piece of him inside of them.
Is that his consciousness being transferred, or what exactly?
Just a little code. It's a little ego thing, you know?
Okay.
How much of an effect is it going to have on a person? Who knows? But for him, consciously, it's like, I'm in everybody.
Right.
Like every single person's out here, I'm inside of them, you know?
Half the population.
Right. Sick.
Just want you all to know, like, real talk, I have a buddy, he basically is an embalmer, and he embalms a lot of dead bodies. And he told me any body that he embalms that has gotten the vaccination, he says he pulls out this long-ass, stringy, wormy parasite out of their body every time. Every time. So honestly, if you are vaxxed, I would highly recommend figuring out a way to get rid of all that nasty parasite shit that they injected in your body.
Yeah, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, throughout my life I've been called a conspiracy theorist. You know, I've had people look at me crazy because I say things, I try to tell people things, and oh, I ain't go to college, or I don't have a master's degree, or because you think you smarter than me, you know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I just want to ask, how y'all dumb motherfuckers feeling who went out there and took that COVID shot? I just want, how y'all feeling? How you feel? Because I remember I told my whole family this shit. I'm actually on my YouTube video where I got fired because I would not take the COVID vaccine. My supervisor came, I stood up at the meeting and I told them, because sometimes you got to do a little research yourself. The vaccine for polio and for the flu, if I am mistaken, took almost 20 to 40 years apiece for them to even make that. So you mean to tell me y'all come out with some stuff, something that hit the world called COVID, and y'all got a vaccine in 6 months? And I stood up and I told everybody I knew, I loved, if I was dating you, if you was my homeboy, friend, family, I told people not to take that shit, and everybody looked at me like I was motherfucking crazy. Like I was fucking crazy. They sent my supervisor to me. This when they got signs up telling people, oh, we're going to give you an extra $100. They got a doctor sitting there in the lobby. I'm working at the Birmingham Country Club. They do a whole meeting. Got a doctor in there talking, oh, it's okay. My children took it. I took it. All this shit. And I stood right up. A week later, I was fired. For sitting in my car, something I normally do on my break. Sitting in my car. So I just want to know how I feel out there, because we got people out here who I know went to college, got degrees. I got family members who's supposed to be smarter than me, but they dumb ass went right up there and did what the government told them and shot a shot in your ass that you didn't know nothing about. Nothing about it. You don't know what it's doing to you. Don't know nothing about it. So I'm just wondering, where all them people, what I'm saying, all the college students, I'm smarter than you, I got a degree, but dumber than a motherfucking thermometer. I ain't got no, let me say, you can have all the education in the motherfucking world, you ain't got no common sense, you dumb as a motherfucking thermometer and a box of motherfucking rocks. Yeah. I just wonder how folks feel, because I told family members sitting at the table, hey, y'all don't go take that shit. Everybody looking, oh, here you go, conspiracy. Yeah, so I guess those conspiracy theories out here winning now. We got to win, y'all. I mean, it's many more wins that's finna come. I keep telling y'all, well, everybody worry about the future and 5 years from now, I'm going to have this. Anyway, 5 years from now, this bitch going to be so fucked up, you're going to be lucky to be alive or eating food. Or eating anything. They got celebrities out here making all this money, all this entertainment shit going on. Motherfuckers doing dual concerts together. They trying to stack their money up because they know America finna motherfucking fall. And meanwhile, you sitting up here talking about Boosie concerts, Gucci, Louis, and all this bullshit, and now trying to outshine and treat your family and folks and friends all fucked up because you think you gonna be an entrepreneur or you gonna be blessed in motherfucking 2030. And you motherfuckers is stupid. Because the world is sitting here showing you this bitch is about to die. It's about to cave the fuck in. They destroying the food. They show you every day on what's inside the food. It ain't shit you can eat from the ground no more. They took the berries, the trees, the apples. They took all this shit. You can't even find a seed nowhere for fucking real to grow your own shit. But meanwhile, okay, niggas. Yeah, you keep thinking you gonna be this, that, and Mr. Magnificent 5 years from now. Hopefully you do. That's if we be here. Because shit finna get real bad. Shit finna get real bad. But yeah, beyond that, I just wanted to come back on here, and just laugh. It feels good. It feels good to be proven right when people were looking at you because they thought they were smarter than you or because you didn't know anything and you're a conspiracy theorist and you whatever you thought of this person. And now you sitting here looking like a big old dumbass. And went and let somebody go shoot some shit in your body. But you got a degree, though. Stupid motherfucker. That's all I just want to get on here and say. Just a victory win for those that know and for those that's, considered to be chosen. You know what I'm saying? For those who God walk with every day. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to know how, just let me know in the comments for those that went and took that shot. How stupid do you fucking feel now? Huh? Because that dude at the store who didn't have no money, or he was a crackhead, or he was on drugs bad, but he was smart enough to tell your black, educated, dumb ass not to go take it, and you still wouldn't did it. Or that cousin that don't got more than you, or have more than you, and because you ain't going to listen to her because she ain't got more than you, her fat ass didn't go down there and take it, but your dumb skinny ass did. You see what I'm saying? People gonna learn. People gonna learn this world. The shit people be worried about ain't worth worrying about. They're just being real. I'm out.
Talking about he wants everyone in the world to have his DNA. He didn't say I want every woman in the world to have my baby. He said I want everyone in the world to have my DNA. And he's working with and communicating with the people that are making the RNA, and he's talking about utilizing that as a delivery system with some of his own DNA. It's quite possible, after me reading that everyone that has gotten that Jabberwocky is walking around with Epstein's DNA in their body. If he was successful, there are millions of people walking around with some of this genetic code inside of them, so that he can live on forever through everyone else. This is narcissism 10x.
What did I tell you guys? This goes so many layers deep that they want us to ignore. There's so much that's come out of this. The Life Touch pictures that in all of our children's schools, even in my school growing up, that's what takes all of the school pictures. There's the yearbooks, graduation.
So I was sitting in my car at McDonald's doing some paperwork because I don't eat this trash, but suddenly everything lit up blue. I didn't know what was going on until I looked over and saw the black lights, the LED black lights in Bartlett, Tennessee just popped on when the sun went down, when the photocell activated. And what this is, when you see these black lights, well, they're really bright blue, but when you see the black light, if you look around, all the other lights are white, yellow, and then this right here is a black light. But what it does is, if you've been jabbed, your veins will light up like a black light poster. But what you're looking at here, people, is I'm called a forever negative. All right, see, I've never taken a COVID test, and I've never taken a jab, and they're gonna hang me from a tree or send me out to the guillotines before it happens. But yeah, so nothing's lighting up on me. But if you've been jabbed, you'll light up like a Christmas tree.
In the United States, the Supreme Court has ruled that vaccinated people worldwide are products. They are now patented goods. According to U.S. law, which can be verified, people who have been vaccinated no longer qualify as humans, and therefore they can no longer be categorized as human beings. In essence, this means that those vaccinated are no longer subject to national or international law. Since 2013, all people vaccinated with genetically modified mRNAs are legally transhuman and legally identified as transhuman. Then they no longer enjoy any human or other rights of a state. This applies worldwide because GenPoint technology patents are under U.S. jurisdiction and law where they were registered. So yes, this exists, but it is yet another form of dividing all of us from each other. And I certainly address all people. I address the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. And we're all in this together. And our hope is that we can retain humanity in whatever way we can as this huge onslaught that we were not prepared for. We kept believing in the mainstream media, which convinced us that it was far in the future, when really it was being set up all around us. For the last 20 to 25 years, the geoengineering piece has been a huge part of this setup. And it's been going on, and we've all believed the mainstream media account that it's about weather, it's about climate change, it's about global warming, it's about carbons, and none of it was true. It is entirely about preparing for a transhumanist.
Moderna vaccine was produced with something called luciferase, which is actually Lucifer race.
Do you believe that demons are operating in people that took the jab?
Let me put it this way. People were corrupted. People were spiritually, you see, the COVID vaccine, the COVID technology or the mRNA technology it wasn't just a medical technology. It wasn't just something they put in people's body. It was a spiritual corruption. Do you know, and you can Google this, Google luciferase and the mRNA vaccine. They're practically, like Moderna vaccine was produced with something called luciferase, which is actually Lucifer race.
Say that one more time.
We accepted surveillance, like for us to all be surveyed and tracked.
Got it.
And we accepted surveillance to go under our skin. In fact, the quantum dot tattoo, which Bill Gates is producing, hoping that in the next pandemic, they will just stick it on your hand and you have your vaccine record, your financial records and everything. What they're going to use, the technology that they're going to use to actually be able to track it in your body is luciferase. So I'm saying if you took the COVID vaccine, the corruption was not just a physical thing. It was a spiritual corruption. They actually did studies in Malmö, Sweden that showed that the COVID vaccine, practically the mRNA technology, it reverse transcribes and it installed genetic material into your DNA.
With another real talk, and it's like the people who took the jab, the shot, they starting to act a little different now, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're pulling away from society and stuff, you know? Like, I don't know, just like those people who took it, they starting to act all weird now and all funny. Like, y'all wasn't listening to us when we said this shit 4 years ago. Like, why would you take something that you don't know nothing about? Real talk, like, you know, like, I personally did not take it. I know plenty of people who did not take it, just because, you know, and now the truth is out. People are just trying to go against it, trying to not face reality. It's a lie, and it was a lie, right? It was all a lie, like, oh, the people who didn't take it are gonna die, right? I'm still here, alright, I'm still here. Better than ever, alright? So, don't fall for all the bullshit, y'all. Stop listening to y'all, you know, GOV. I already know, man, real talk.
Listen quietly.
So yesterday was a historic day as the very first detoxification protocol was published in the U.S. medical literature that gives people a chance to take this whole issue into their own hands and use natural substances to begin to help the body clear this very dangerous protein from its cells and tissues. And it involves 3 natural substances that are available over the counter at any type of online retailer or at a natural food store or pharmacy. And they are nattokinase, which is an enzyme that's derived from the fermentation of soy, bromelain, which is a set of enzymes derived from the stems of pineapple. By the way, bromelain is a U.S. FDA-approved drug as a topical treatment for wounds. And then the third is curcumin, derived from turmeric. The doses of nattokinase are 2,000 units twice a day, bromelain 500 milligrams a day, and curcumin 500 milligrams 3 times a day. The duration in this publication, and I'm the first author, so I'm the one to bring this forward, is at least 3 months. I think for people who have taken multiple shots, 12 months or more.
And I remember the people getting on the internet saying the unvaccinated people were the problem. Yeah, I remember the Democrats getting on TV saying we are the ones who causing the spread of the C word. I remember that. Now Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is, they done found out that he created COVID in the lab. So you mean to tell me all the people that passed away, all the people that got sick, all the people that lost their jobs was for nothing? Make it make sense. And why he ain't in jail yet? That's what I want to know. Why they still letting him roam around free after killing all these people? So you mean to tell me the human population, they just test rats? Yeah, that's what it seemed like. They just testing stuff on us. And the people who ran and got the jab, dog. Make it make sense, man. I knew we was right the whole time. And now he needs to be locked up.